during the lockdown, you must have noticed that it became more difficult for you to digest your even normal food. One of the major reasons was lack of physical activity. We were homebound, and when you lack physical activity, we cannot eat much of food. Hopefully the situation will improve, but even otherwise, even in the best of times, you have to be very careful about what you eat and when you eat, how much you eat. All this comes under the category of good eating habits. The first thing we have to realize is that our body is not designed to take too much food. Excess of food will always be a burden on your body. We do not know how much we should eat. Excessive food will always make you lethargic in the short term, and it will make you sick in the long term. So consciously watch your body, never eat too much of food. Secondly, junk foods always play havoc with your system. As a matter of celebration, you can eat them once in a while, but they cannot be your staple diet. One day of binging on junk food will keep your digestive system in bad shape for maybe a week, if not more. So avoid junk as much as possible. Even those who do not specifically go for junk food or the fast food, they do not know what is really healthy for the body. What we have to realize is that the food falls under two categories. Certain foods are called live foods and some are dead foods. Basically, live foods are the ones which have to be kept refrigerated, and even then they spoil in a matter of 2-3 days. All foods which can be stored in dry jars out in the open in your kitchen, they all come under the dead food category. So the live foods are only 3: fruits, veggies and sprouts. These are supposed to be 80% of your total diet, and all other foods were only meant to be 20%. You'll be surprised that human beings have been on this earth for millions of years, but they've started eating grains, rice and pulses only 10,000 years ago. So even that is a burden on our system. We could not have taken more than 20% of these dead foods. Grains or cooked things were only meant to be 20% of your total diet. But when we have converted them to be our staple diet, like if you look at the plate of a normal person, more than 80% of the plate may be filled with dead foods. So distinguish between the two categories. In general, whenever you're eating 100 grams of dead foods, they should be supplemented by 400 grams of live foods. So be big on your fruits, veggies and sprouts, and cut down the quantity of your general foods. So that care should be taken. And please remember, non-vegetarian food, meat and eggs are very difficult to digest. Only somebody who's in perfect health and has been exercising regularly, he can take meat, and even that sparingly. A person who is either sick or fat or not doing much physical activity will find it very difficult to digest non-vegetarian food. Somehow the myth has been created in a mind that if you have to have good growth, you have to have eggs. Nothing could be farther from truth. Only if you are very active, you may be just able to digest them. I'll not get into the ethics of it, but be very sparing when it comes to non-vegetarian food. In all this, as I said, the quantity matters a lot. You can never have too much of it. So confine to the quantity which doesn't make you feel bloated or heavy even 1 hour after eating it, because food expands, and while eating at times you feel you are still hungry, but later you feel tiredness. So be very particular about the quantity. At the same time, you have to take care that you eat your meals at a fixed time. If you keep on changing your meal time too wildly, sometimes at 12 o'clock, next day maybe 1 o'clock, and sometimes 3 o'clock, that is not doing any good to you. It is harming your system. So be particular about that. And avoid the habit of eating your food too quickly. Not gobble up food, spend time on it, chew it properly. The more you chew it, the less will be the burden on your digestive system inside. So eat leisurely and at the right time. At the same time, not only food, at what temperature you eat, that is also very important. You should know that all bacteria and viruses become more active in a low temperature situation. Especially we have to be careful about what attacks our throat in the present times. So the viruses and other germs grow only during low temperature. So in general, you should avoid chilled items. Up to say water from the pitcher or the surahi is fine. But if you're taking water from the refrigerator, make sure that you mix some plain water also into it to increase its temperature. Otherwise, even that spoils our digestion. So these are the few things that you have to set right. Never compare yourself with anybody. Everyone's body is different. Some people may be able to digest certain things. If you feel you have difficulty in handling them, please keep them out. So just minor tweakings can pay you tremendous results. I hope these suggestions will be worthwhile. When you just listen to them, they appear to be rather harsh, but once you start implementing them and you start feeling better, then you are sold for life. All the best.